Hello friends! Welcome to another edition of Storybook Crafts from the Alameda Free Library. This week I was inspired by this book, Feliz New Year, Ava Gabriela, by Alexandra Alessandri and illustrated by Addy, Rivera, Sonda, to make a party hat using some things you may find around your house or you can easily get from the store. This book is fabulous, and as you can see, there's some fireworks, just like every New Year. And so this is our fireworks party hat. Let's get started. What are you going to need? Well, cupcake holders, cupcake papers, cupcake cups, whatever you'd like to call them. You can find them in all different varieties at the store. I'm using the basic ones that come in some nice muted colors, but you could even use the silver ones. That would be pretty awesome. Or maybe use a few different kinds. So, cupcake cups for sure. Paper cupcake holders. We'll need some glue. We'll need some scissors. A marker if you'd like to make the colors in some of your fireworks. A stapler or tape, and some yarn. This yarn happens to be about my arm's length, maybe a little bit more, and I'm going to end up cutting it in half to make the strings here for my party hat. All right, so, oh, and of course, the hat itself. We need a large piece of construction paper. I'm using a black one to represent the night sky. Brown would work, purple would work, dark blue would work, whatever color you feel the night sky should be. So here's my black construction paper. To start the hat, I am going to mold this large piece of paper. This piece of construction paper is, gosh, I did not measure it. I believe this is like a 24-inch by 36-inch piece, something like that. Maybe a little smaller. This looks about 18 inches, probably 18 by 24 is what we're looking at. The larger size of construction paper. And if you have a little smaller, that's okay too. Your head might be a little smaller. So I'm going to start by just gently curling both ends in. I'm holding the paper so that the long side is close to the edge of my flat surface, and I'm folding in the two short sides. Rather, I'm curling them in. I'm not folding them in. I'm curling them in so that I make a cone. And once I have a good cone shape going there, I'm going to squeeze the top with my fingers. I'm going to test it on my head. Let's see, I've got a good hat size there. That one's a little big, so I'm going to continue curling until I test it on my head and make sure, haha, I've got the right size. Then, holding this firmly with one hand, I will take my stapler, or tape if you're using it. You can put tape instead, but I'm going to use a stapler. Take my stapler and make one staple right there. That's all I need to start. I can't reach my stapler in any further just yet. But I want to, this is kind of a weird hat shape. I want my hat to look like a party hat, a real true hat. So I'm going to cut some of this away to make it hat-shaped. So I'm gently folding it in, and then I'm going to curve around the edge of this triangle here to make a hat shape until it meets up with the other side. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Terrific. Now I can reach my stapler in to make one more staple as far as it will go, just to really secure that shape. Voila, that's good enough. I'll use a little glue, or if maybe you have tape too, you can use tape just to seal that edge in. I'll press it down. There is my hat. If you want it to be a little flatter on the edge, you can cut it around as you like, but it stands up pretty well on its own. It's going to be great for my hat shape. And now I need to make all those fireworks to glue onto it. So, take your paper cups here, the paper cupcake cups, and I've stacked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top of each other. That's about how many my scissors will go through at a time if I fold it in half. It goes a lot faster if you fold it in half. If you'd like to just cut around each edge, if that's easier for your hands to do, you certainly can. You're basically just making little slits. I find it easier to fold this whole stack in half, just like this, and then use my scissors to cut those little slits. And it's totally okay if a few fall off as you cut. Always cut slowly and carefully, but you're going to be layering these up on your hat, so if a few fall off, it is no big deal. Slowly and carefully cut all the way around. It's like making a sunshine. We're only cutting to the end of where the accordion folds stop. So we have a nice circle still in the middle. When we open it up, you can see it looks like a sun. And once we put it on our hat, it'll look like fireworks. We're gonna start gluing these onto our hat, but if you would like to have that firework effect, like I had on my finished piece here, you can see it on the top, you can see it on a few of them that I've done around the sides, then you can take a marker. I'm using a black Sharpie, but any kind of marker will do. Probably not the watercolor kind. A permanent marker would be best if you're allowed to use them, only because this paper is a little bit waxy, and when you put the water-based marker on there, it might rub off a little. So if you want to make those fireworks really stand out in a few places, you can go around and use your marker to fill in the centers here. Just make some quick lines. Really makes it look like fireworks. This one will probably be for the top of my hat. Let's see, almost there. And I might even do a few starbursty kind of marks right in the middle. There we go. Now it really looks like fireworks. How about a few little dots even? Love that. I can even do some dots around the edges. Okay, my fireworks done. Now I'm going to start gluing them onto my hat. And this part is a little bit tedious. That means it takes a little bit of time, but it's not hard to do. Go ahead and put a little glue on the opposite side of the paper if you've colored them. So opposite side that you colored. If it is the uncolored papers, you want to put the glue on the side that is not curling up. So I'll show you that in a second. But here's my firework topper. I'm going to put this one right on the top, I think. And I'm going to squish it on. I'm going to make it look like the fireworks. Hopefully it'll stay. Yeah, there we go. And then you can go around, flip that over, add a little glue. Just start adding these cupcake holders all over your hat. Mine are 4 different colors. I've got white, blue, pink, and yellow. So I'm going to alternate here and there. And I'm using a glue stick. As you can see, it's pretty clean and fast. So a glue stick works really well for this project. Any kind of glue will do, really. But if you want to use a glue stick, you won't get too messy, and your hat will dry relatively quickly. So you want to alternate those colors. Here, I'll use a blue one, a little glue in the center, stick that on, and go all the way around, layering from the top to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, if you find places where you need maybe a few more, you should have plenty here. I used, I think in total I probably have about 25 cups here, maybe a little bit more. 25 to 30 should be more than enough to make at least one hat, maybe even 2. So you're going to go all the way around. And then when it's time to put in your string, so I had my long piece of string here. Once your hat is dry and you've got all your fireworks on, you can cut your string in half. Tape actually works really well for this, but staple is easy too. I'll show you how. Here's the string that I already added on. Take my stapler, hold it with my finger on one side. I'm holding my finger on the inside way up here. I don't want to put my staple anywhere near my string. Get that old one out of the way. It'll kind of look cool with two strings actually. My fingers are well away from where the stapler will be. I will put the stapler right over both the hat and the string, and my string is in. It's nice and secure. There's your hat. I wish I could flip my camera so you could see this on my head. I might try. Let's see. I might be upside down. Oh gosh, I can't do it. My table's too small. But if you could see it on my head, it looks pretty awesome. And just tie the strings around to wear your hat on New Year's Eve, or whatever kind of party you want to celebrate with your fireworks hat. Alrighty, take care. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time on Storybook Crafts from the Alameda Free Library.